Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus and Bundeswehr Bob play Hearts of Iron 3. Not 4, but 3. Italy is demoralizing.
Gonna remind everybody every time.
3, if you can't see by the name of the video or the map that we're playing on. The fact that I'm saying.
Pay attention, everybody. There will be a quiz later.
What game are Ben and Bob playing? If you say 4, I swear to God.
He will murder somebody.
See, it's not. I'm a little harsh on Hearts of Iron 4. I will admit it. I'm hard on the game.
A little.
I will admit it. I'm hard on the game, but it's out of love for the genre that I'm hard on the game. I want it to be more than it is.
See, I've actually seen the decline of your opinion like over time because we talk fairly regularly. Yeah. And when we first did the content embargo stream lift on the June 2nd, because you and I and several other people had gotten in, like Calvin, Torier, and Prussian Prince, and I think one or two others. We had all done a stream together that day, and we're all playing it, having fun, but we didn't know any better. You've definitely not been kind as time has worn on with Hearts of Iron 4.
It's the thing about it is that like I'm at the point with that game where I'm bored with it, and I'm waiting for new mods to come out that are really good. And I mean, a lot of mods that come out have a lot of cool potential to them. Like August Storm is good. And Black Ice has potential, and there's 1 or 2 World War I mods I'm looking forward to in Millennium Dawn, but none of them are necessarily like complete right now. They all need time to grow.
Hearts of Iron, the Black Ice mod for Hearts of Iron 4, I'm not entirely clear on what the direction is for it.
I think I know where they're trying to go. I think they just need a lot of time.
Because I did like dip my toe into Black Ice for Hearts of Iron 3, and I was immediately intimidated because I didn't know what the hell was going on. there was pop-ups for days, like just when I like first unpaused the game and just kind of let things tick by. There was just so much going on. I didn't understand some of the historical events. Like, I'm not as big a World War II buff as I think you are.
Yeah, I'm a huge nerd.
early 20th century history buff necessarily. So I didn't understand what was going on. A lot of the division symbols, like I didn't know what they meant. Like I didn't know what this was over that. As far as like what the symbols were on the screen. Like here I can understand, because this is all kind of like really basic NATO stuff right here. I understand what's going on. I understand what the X means. I know what the M is supposed to mean. I know what just the single slash means. Like I get that stuff. What's going on Black Ice for Hearts of Iron 3? I don't know. I need to play some vanilla Hearts of Iron 3 first before I even delve into this. But who knows if I'll even ever actually get there, because I feel like I might need to like brush up on my history a little bit first before I can even enjoy it.
It is generally with Hearts of Iron 3, the goal is to make it historical, is to make it the game play out how things actually happen, is generally the way their way of thinking with that. That is their entire methodology, is to make it historical.
Right. So, and I actually tried Black Ice Hearts of Iron 3 before, or actually after I tried Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice. And now that I've had that experience, I don't understand. I have a parliamentary scandal. Minus 20% leadership, plus 10 daily dissent change. That sucks. I guess we need more consumer goods. Everyone gets more toasters.
I always thought that was funny, that's the way to make people happy. More consumer goods.
Everyone gets more toasters. So with that in mind, now having the experience of both, I don't understand what the overall design document looks like for Black Ice for Hearts of Iron 4, given that the systems between both these games are so different.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice wanted to have some sort of order of battle system because they have the HQ units in there, and there's a little pop-up for flavor. We're going to include these units if you want them to. It's like, well, I mean, no. What's the functional purpose of them if they're not going to be there?
They have in Hearts of Iron 3 HQs are extremely important, but
they are, but here it's just like, why did you bother giving me these?
I think they're basically placeholders. They wanted them in there so they could work with them, because they are going to try to make them necessary later on, but for now it's just flavor. but it's like it's like not a very good flavor.
Well, I think just the I mean, I'm not a modder, so I don't know what all goes into it and stuff, but just with the way the attachments work in or the support companies work in Hearts of Iron 4, I think was just a fine way, because there's little Division HQ attachments that you can put on your units in Black Ice for Hearts of Iron 4. I think that's a fine way to do it. You know, like I feel like, you know, Panzeroo and the team might be trying to fight Hearts of Iron 4 in order to get what they want out of it.
I think that's definitely pretty apt. I definitely think that they're kind of like trying to buck what the game wants them to do, and force it to do some things that it might not be happy with.
Yeah.
Just trying to buck
I really
the trend.
enjoy the in-depth production, though. I mean, that's awesome to have all that kind of equipment in there.
Back to the production's really cool, guys.
Well, it's such a main feature of Hearts of Iron 4. You know, it's like it made sense for, I think, them to do that move and include such things as like, you need desert warfare equipment to make sure that you fight good in the desert. You know, it's like things like that, which I kind of wish was in the base game of Hearts of Iron 4. For instance, for example. I think that's a good way to go. I
feel like if we're just talking about vanilla Hearts of Iron 4, I feel like we need about 2 years and 6 DLCs before I'm like, you know what, this is a pretty good game.
So what is it that you would want added to Hearts of Iron 4 to make it that better Hearts of Iron game?
Diplomacy is next to non-existent. The faction drift system is bare bones. I mean, the fact that you can change your faction just by picking one, just go pick one, you know, political leader over another political leader, you just automatically drift toward a faction. In 6 months, you can flop. I think that's basic and bare bones. The air combat system needs a complete overhaul. The naval combat system needs a complete overhaul. The fact that there's so little strategic thinking in the game, I think needs tweaking. The fact that the supply system is next to non-existent is a huge either, I don't know if it's a flaw or an overlook at the fact they didn't have time to work on it. The AI needs a lot of work, especially when the game forces you to hand over control over your entire military to the AI, and then that AI doesn't know what to do with it. Is a big problem for me. It's just it's all there. It does have every like feature of the game. It just has every feature of the game at a low level, in my opinion. You need to take what's there and it needs to get fleshed out. You need to have the meat added to it. Naval combat, I think, is absolutely one of the weakest parts of that game. It is bad. Everything about it is just bad. Well, when you have like 3 submarines sink 120 ships in one engagement, or you have 1 destroyer sink 120 subs in one engagement, you're just like, what the fuck is this? How is this allowed to happen?
Okay, look, we're gonna need all of you to just line up single file.
That actually happened in one of my Germany campaigns. I don't remember which one it was, if it was streamed or if it was one of my series or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was vanilla Germany. I had one heavily damaged destroyer that was at like 12% health or something like that sink like 26 submarines in one battle.
Jesus.
Yeah, just one heavily like damaged sub. The biggest carriers are broken because they engage in combat at naval gunnery range instead of hundreds of miles out, which means that as soon as the battle is engaged, they're within the big gun range of battleships and battle cruisers, where they should have been launching planes and having the normal carrier air group kind of combat for hours or days before you would even get into that kind of range.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are your opinions of naval combat in Hoi 4?
The naval combat, I feel, is not like the actual like direct ship on ship combat. Like I could really kind of care less about. Of course, I don't want the modifiers and stuff for it to make sense. Like I don't want situations like where you have a single like destroyer sinking like 12 submarines. Like that's dumb.
Yeah.
You know, like come on, when did that warfare ever happen like that? Come on, do they even have enough depth charges to do that? Come on, guys. But it's really more, I think, about what I like to see anyway, and this is going back to like the supply system a little bit, being able to blockade a port. You can't get supplies through here anymore. You're on your own if you want to be able to break out of here, or someone's got to come rescue you. Things like that. You know, as it stands, you know, resources kind of get from point to point without any fuss. You know, it's like there's no problem.
The way I look at it is, the way I always say is, resources are teleported. They're transported like on Star Trek. They just put the supplies on a transporter pad, and they just went boo, and they materialize where they need to be. That's what I always end up saying. And I just want to say, because I got my audio recording program, the waveform of me going woo is really funny looking. It's very peculiar.
Having an air supply system would be good too, I think, in Hearts of Iron 4. Because there isn't one.
And in this, like I was saying, but in one of the earlier episodes, the supply system like requires some like in-depth knowledge of heresy to fully understand how it works, because it's convoluted and a little counterintuitive at times. But you produce, you use resources in factories to make supplies, which are then stockpiled and transported on roads, which you actually build to units that actually consume them. So it is point A to point B to point C to point D, and sometimes it gets a little wonky, but those supplies physically exist in the world. So, like if you have like East Prussia, for instance, if I go to supply map mode, there is there's a supply line from Stettin to Königsberg where actual ships transport actual supplies that were actually shipped from Berlin on trucks across the road, and then they're disseminated out through to the troops. So, like, if let's say a player was playing as Poland and they can hold on to the Danzig corridor here, they could starve out the East Prussian garrison by sinking those ships, because there was physical supplies on physical ships that actually existed. And if those supplies were interdicted, they wouldn't get to the units and they would start to starve out. That's not really a thing that exists in Hoi 4.
Right.
That sort of supply interdiction. And I mean, you can create pockets, and in this game, you can air supply them. You can use transports to drop supplies, and I have done it before. It is something.
Well, everyone's as good as you, Ben. Jeez.
Nobody's as good as me, Bob. Come on.
Oh, snap. That sounds like a lie.
I'm pretty sure it says in the description to my channel, I'm not very good at this kind of thing.
Why are you driving this train?
All right, units are set. I actually got cohesive fronts. I'm starting to build my assault divisions.
Oh, snap.
Well, it's just a regular division with engineers in it.
Bob's building a factory.
Bob is getting larger.
Bob is building a factory. Yay!
Just one?
No, it's like I've got like 10 of them queued up.
Okay.
They'll be done like October.
Yeah. I'm actually about to finish up a big run of infrastructure.
Why can't I see this sea tile over here?
Because it's pretty.
Well, there's one sea tile that has this fog of war lifted up. I don't know why. I've got nothing there. There's nothing next to it.
Nazis are 2% more popular in Austria.
Well, thank God.
Do you care if we speed 5 it?
Yeah, we can see if it goes to speed 5.
It's going. It's doing a thing. It's thinking. Although now there's things to do. Like research finished, divisions finished. Oh, that's a U-boat. That is a U-boat that finished. Oh, I really like the strategic resources you can capture and that you can own and capture in this too. That's pretty cool. Like I own like a large quantity of aluminum, so I get a reduction in air build speed. Or I have ball bearing plants in Schweinfurt. That gives me repair speed. things like that. I have horses, which gives me throughput. And actually, when we become allies, you should get all that stuff too, and I should get your strategic resources.
Oh man, I'm excited. So excited. Strategic resources.
When can we be friends? Technology. Take that off, and that off, and that off. And medium tank brigade. Yeah, that goes to the top of the list. Germany can into medium tanks. Medium tanks are the best tanks.
There we go. I have now consolidated all of the units under 2 commands.
Huzzah.
Central Command and then North Africa. But North Africa has like, there's like the top tier guy, then there's like 3 little infantry units under him.
Like I have parliamentary scandal. Oh, leadership modifier 20%. Eat a dick. Eat a scandalous
You
dick.
Guys. Scandalous dick. I have caught 10 spies in the last month.
You are the spy catching. How do you tell? Oh, right there. 1.
Does Bob need to teach Ben about Hearts of Iron
1. I found 1. Nobody's trying to spy
steal
on me.
Technology. You're not important enough.
The only thing I'm trying to do is make you more threatening to world peace, and I'm trying to make the Nazis more popular in Austria so I can Anschluss them early.
I'm going to spy in the United Kingdom. I'm going to tech espionage. Sounds good. Let's do that.
Figure out how to brew a good cup of tea.
That's right.
I can go for a good cup of tea. I already had 1 cup of tea. I probably shouldn't have another one.
Tea is good.
Tea is delicious.
I like tea.
I've actually been drinking a lot more tea ever since I started doing YouTube full time.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because I'm talking so much.
You don't want all that caffeine to burn a hole in your stomach.
Well,
coffee.
like soothes the throat and whatnot. All right, so you detach. I don't need you attached to anybody yet. And then we're going to go... we're going to go... This is the second... we're going to call this... Koshal is the...
I could buy a production license from Ethiopia.
What?
I could buy a transport production license or a military police production license. Why do they have transport production licenses? They don't have a coast.
Ethiopia.
Well, I guess they did once upon a time, so I guess they just have it tucked away in a file drawer somewhere.
Well, I guess what they do, they build them inland and then ship them.
Thriving shipping industry.
Well, you have to ship the ships. All right.
Have you actually seen one of those big old freighters that do carry other shipping freighters?
The ships that shipping ships?
Yes, they're so big.
Yes, I have.
They're so stupidly big. We have some stupid things floating on the water.
Yeah, we do. All right.
Well, my divisions are almost in position to like fight Yugoslavia, but I'm so far away from actually being able to declare war on them.
How? Well, let's see. If we go to diplomacy,
neutrality is currently 30.9, and I need it to be at 0.8.
God damn it. Well, you did say it took until late 1937, early 1938.
Yeah, something like that.
When can I make you be my friend? Let's see. It looks like...
See, if we're playing Hearts of Iron 4, I can be the Axis right now.
Yeah. Well, if we were playing Hearts of Iron 4 an hour and a half into recording, we would have been done with the war.
Yeah, it's true. We would have probably invaded the U.S. and everything by now.
Let's see. What can we do here? We can do that.
What's this? Icon nap. I can't believe it said that.
Wait, what?
I imagine it was it's supposed to be non-aggression pact icon call, but it was supposed to say like non-aggression pact offer from Germany, but it said it was like icon _nap.
Oh.
So, paradox. No one's perfect, but this has been out for a while.
Well, when I was playing CK2 the other day, like a little message popped up going, "You can create duchy," and I went over and looked at it, and it was just like duchy _19034667 like hashtag GSB or something like that. I was like, I don't know what duchy that is, but I'm not making it.
You should have made it. You should have recorded that specifically.
It is recorded for posterity.
Good. Need that. Need to watch that.
It's my Reaper's Due series in like a week or something like that. I think it's probably still up there after all the episodes.
A month out from now.
All right, see, that's an army. Detach, create an army, and
that's a paddling.
And oh no, not the second army. This is going to be the third army, spelled German. Guarantee. Oh, Italy. Guaranteeing German independence. That's cute.
Germany will remain a free state. Italy has decreed it.
All right, we're just going to change this to army. Just replace the Y with 2 E's just because I can.
Okay.
It's a little flavor. It makes it taste better. Building more fighters. I got tactical bombers.
Tactile bombers.
Tactile bombers, yes, they feel good. All right, I got one big run of infrastructure finished, which was nice. So that's level 10.
Oh man, I am so Axis. I am covering up the German flag.
If you on the little triangle, you're more Axis than I am.
I wonder if I can't do anything with you. That's right, because I already sent a diplomat. Never mind.
Well, this value used to be, the value has to be lower than 25. It used to say 30.99. Now it says 30.93. So it's 6/100ths of a percentage point closer.
So Axis. Much wow.
All right.
Is there anything I can do in the politics tree? I'm in mixed industry right now.
All right. I can build more things. I can do more of the things. So let's do some of these things. Wait, what are the ones I already have? What are they made up of? Light armor, motorized NGs.
So when you build escorts and like convoys and stuff, the escorts are already automatically assigned to the convoys, right?
Usually, yes. You could actually click on like a specific convoy and check. Sometimes they're not, and you can move them in there yourself.
Mm.
And you can also have like a specific navy on an escort mission, so they will go out as well.
Man, I'm training with Germany hardcore.
All right, we are going to build 2 more.
I get so much energy from Germany, it's ridiculous.
We're exporting coffee to you.
Coffee.
Well, the thing that Germany normally ends up running out of is rare materials. That's usually the like deciding factor on German industry.
Oh, where's the resource map mode? There it is.
Well,
so what does Germany want to conquer to get that stuff? You have horses, strategic resource horses.
I do have horses.
An Oldenburg.
Yeah, way up there.
Do I have any of this cool stuff?
Look for the blue things.
They're yellow on my screen
well,
for you.
Yellow is blue is the ones you control. Yellow is the ones other people control.
I don't have any strategic resources.
If you go to Romania, you can get an oil refinery.
Well, Romania.
There's an automotive factory in Czechoslovakia. There's helium in Poland.
Well, that's all German clay.
There's heavy water in Norway. And light water everywhere else.
I just got a bunch of these resources that are green.
Green is just...
I have normal stupid resources.
Well, normal resources are good too. They're a good thing for making things. And they're making things and for moving things.
There's just nothing in Libya. There's some stuff in Ethiopia, but it's all Ethiopian clay.
In this game, Africa is not where the main the main battles of the war are fought.
People just go there to get attrition and die.
Yeah. Actually, reminds me. Did you see the developer diary for EU4?
For what? I'm sorry, you cut
for
out.
EU4.
I did not.
Now, after a war, it will show you how many people died on each side and how many were attrition and how many were combat casualties.
Beautiful. Now I can see exactly how bad everyone's doing during multiplayer games.
Yep, and there's an added page to the ledger that shows like total troops like lost.
Ah, yes, the shame page.
Yep.
That's beautiful. I like that addition.
I do too. I saw that and I was like, yes, yes. Games of the 11th Olympiad are concluded.
Come on, Germany, do more threatening things.
I don't do threatening things until later. I'm trying to get into Austria.
The Olympiad, do something threatening there.
Again, wasn't that the one where Jesse Owens beat a Zeppelin in the 100-meter dash?
Beat a Zeppelin in 100 meters. Is that an actual thing?
Was that an episode of The Family Guy?
I don't recall that specifically.
Oh God.
So I'm questioning your World War II buff status.
I'm less popular in Austria than I ever was.
You're less popular in Austria.
Oh, that's because I'm stupid.
Okay.
Well, there's two buttons next to each other: support ruling party and support our party. And I was supporting the ruling party so I was supporting whoever VF is instead of the Nazis. All right, let's do more good things in Austria. Let's be good at those things. Naval. I should actually probably do submarine things.
Useful submarine things. Units in poor supply.
That'll happen. I'm actually about to finish.
Maybe if I didn't stack these troops up together, maybe they won't have such a problem.
Delay between attacks reduced by 48 hours. That's definitely something I was very concerned about that was missing for Hearts of Iron 4. And that was the removal of the delay between attacks.
You can just go as long as you got some sliver of organization.
Yeah. Where in this, there you could just attack if it doesn't work, call them back. Attack if it doesn't work, call them back. And this one, if you attack and it doesn't work, you're like, fuck, now these guys can't move for a while. So you actually have to plan your attacks.
Yeah. I think my preference would be for having the you can't attack but at significant penalty.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what I'd rather have. But that's just Bob's opinion.
Your opinions are bad and you should feel bad.
Stop yelling at me.
Okay. So, building some anti-aircraft guns, building fighters, rocket test site, which is taking up an oodle of IC. 28 IC for a rocket test site. Got some factories coming.
We should learn about better tank stuff, even though we've never built a tank in our life.
Everybody knows Italian tanks are just right there, right where they need to be.
I don't know how to take that.
Everybody knows about wonderful Italian tanks.
Well, you gotta pick on Italy like that. What do we ever do to you?
Lots.
I suppose we did turn on you in 2 world wars.
Yeah. That Italy did do that. Yeah.
Who knows?
I
can deploy the tactical bombers. Yay!
Okay, Italy, you could join the Axis, but you have to promise not to be a dick this time. Mussolini's sitting there with his fingers behind his back.
I can't help but think every time I think about like World War II Italy is the country ball, but it's like the retarded version of Italy.
Yeah.
With the eyes like really far apart and like looking in different directions.
All right.
That's what comes to mind for me anyway.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Warfare is too high. Okay.
Let's figure out how carriers work.
Nah. Did the Nazis have carriers?
We don't know how they work, but we could figure it out, I think. We definitely don't know how they work. Do you?
No, I was asking in like actual history if there was.
Oh, in realness?
In meat space.
Yes. Germany built one called the Graf Zeppelin. And they completed the hull and got it like partially outfitted. And then they they canceled the production to focus more on capital ships and, well, not capital ships, but they canceled most capital ship production to focus on submarine production. It was used for like timber storage for a really long time. Eventually the Russians captured it and sank it as target practice.
That sounds like a Russian thing to do.
There was a second one planned called the Peter Strasser. But they did build one. Didn't have it. It never got like its machinery and shit, and it never had a plane that could land. The Germans didn't have any carrier capable planes. They had some planned, but they never built them. They were roughly equivalent to like the British carriers, where they had like smaller flight capacity, but armored decks, that kind of thing. It wasn't like the American ones that were just gigantic and blew up if you looked at them wrong. No, those are the Japanese.
You know what we should do? You know what we should do?
What?
Is end the episode.
True.
As much as I want to put out like an hour-long Hearts of Iron 3 episode,
this is
but
30 minutes plus at this moment. Okay, everybody. Thank you guys for watching and bearing with our yakking on and on and on about various topics. Don't forget to drop a like and all those comments right down below. We do read them and respond to them whenever possible. We would really appreciate if you guys checked out our Patreon pages as well, as me and Bob both do this for a living. Those Patreon pages help us, sustain our lives. Guilt.
Go visit my Patreon page, or my wife can't eat.
There you go. Thank you for watching, everybody, and goodbye.
See ya.